Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Well, I woke up about 6 this morning and said, I would really like to get out of this hallway and sit down in the chair where it's a little cooler. But in order to do that, I need a new monitor. I'm not going to buy a new monitor. I have one, but I can't find the Westinghouse remote for it. I put it somewhere. And the problem is I put things somewhere in here and I either can't find them or can't remember where the hell they are. Now this is a little bin I carry. I put little things in here and like my Social Security card and little notebooks. But I'm missing somewhere this fell off. So I gotta find a home for that. And if you've ever thought that life is too Mickey Mouse, there's Mickey Mouse keychain. I'm going to put my extra house key on that and put it in my backpack. So if I get locked out, I have a key. I have an extra key now. Well, this is one thing I did this morning. I moved a whole bunch of stuff, and I'll show you the rest in a minute. This was in the back of my Mac table in the living room. It's been sitting there for years, and it had cigar boxes in it, papers, everything else. This really is designed to hook on hooks in your bathroom. So it's going out today along with 3 bins, two bins of recycling and a thing of garbage. Now I'm going to pick up the iPad. I do not have it in the diagrapher. And I'm going to show you what I've been doing. And my finger's getting away again. Oh, there's the camera. Okay. Sorry about that. On the bed is a whole bunch of cat food, 2 cats, a box of the stuff I took off the table, a bag of recycling, and then over here, if I ever get done, what the hell, there we go. There's my gooseneck lamp, and this was my Apple IIc, sorry, and over here was where the wooden thing used to be, and then back here is a big wooden thing. All of this, and today I'm going to go through all this, see what's in here, try to get rid of that wooden thing. It weighs a ton, and this is a thing for envelopes and things, so I'll probably take that, put it down, take this wooden thing, put it on top of it, move that back, the paper thing, that's a printer tray thing, put the printer tray thing over here, and then when I clear all that out, I might have a little more room on this table, and then I got to go through all that, and then I got to find a home for the cat food, which I can probably put back in the corner when I'm done. But ultimately, I really want to have a place to sit down where I'm not in the hallway and roasting. Now, this monitor is not on because the Westinghouse remote, I've misplaced the new one. And the other one, the remote is broken. In fact, I don't even want to put the remote now. I put it down somewhere. And I don't think I have any Oh, there it is. It's sitting on this pile of stuff. Oh, I do have AAAs. Okay. Well, I'll show you what this looks like later. And this Apple IIc, when new, was $1,295. I got it for $40 on eBay years ago. So, by sometime this afternoon, or when I run out of energy, and I can't lie down till all that cat food is off the bed, the white thing will go out of here, and I'm going to have to get the wooden cart. There's stuff in the drawers. I don't even know what's in here. So let me go back here and sit down. And to give you an idea of what things cost back in the day when this came out, let me look in the stats here. This was 1984. $1,295, 128K RAM, Now, I used to have all the peripherals of this, but I lost my storage, except for the rarest thing probably Apple made, other than the Apple TV, which you don't see very often, and the 20th anniversary Mac, the Apple LCD display that fit on top of the Apple IIc. And it was a nice little rectangular screen, but nobody bought them. I've only seen one on eBay, and it's like $1,000. And back in the day, they did have a color monitor. I have a large color monitor. I'll break that out. I have a green screen monitor. I have a monitor stand for the 2C, but I'm missing the thing that keeps it on the stand, and they're very rare to find too, the monitor stands. 65 CO2 CPU, and there's 40 chips inside the 2C. They dropped it down from the 110 in the 2E, and I have a 2E. And on the back, you have a mouse joystick, and let me move this over so I can read it. Hand controller port, modem, RGB color monitor port. Don't ask me how many pins it has, because I don't remember without moving it. An RCA plug for a video monitor. It's plugged into the Westinghouse. The port for an external disk drive, be it 5¼ inch or 3½, both will work. A printer thing, the power supply, which is a big brick with an incredibly long cord, and the on-off switch. And there's a little handle. You can carry the 2C with you, and that's where they came out with this LCD screen. And you had a 9-inch monitor, which I own, but the thing that holds it on so it won't fall, I've lost somewhere. A scribe printer, which I used to have. Scribe printer was $300 new. They were getting rather rare too. Thermal printer paper. The 11-pound monitor was $200. That had a green screen. The Apple mouse was $99. 5¼ inch disk drive back in the day was $329. The monitor stand was $39, and you had a carrying case for it, which are hard to come by too. They're going for a lot on eBay when they show up. And the LCD screen that was $600, which is probably why nobody would buy it. And you had a dot matrix image writer printer for $600, and the exciting 300 baud modem for $225, and the 1200 baud modem for $495. And there goes a bag falling on the floor. I had a global. I can't remember the last name. I had a global modem that was expensive at the time, and it's what I first got on the internet with CompuServe and Genie and the Well. Global Village, that's what it was called. And they're out there on eBay, but I don't know if you can still use them. But the thing is, back in 1984, they were talking in the Apple II magazines and Byte and Kilobaud, and that the new we'd have a 2400 baud modem coming out soon, and that would be the fastest modem in the world, and we would never need anything faster. So that is, let's see, 34 years ago, 2400 baud. Now, you can take an Apple IIe or an Apple IIgs with a serial card and access the internet. People are doing it. Old school guys like me are doing it. And I may play around with that one day. But I have a serial card, but I don't remember how to use it. I'm going to have to go on the Apple IIgs Facebook page and see, how do I do this? And there's telecommunications software to do this, and all kinds of emulators and stuff. And you had Apple Works, Apple Logo, and there were 10,000 programs for the Apple II, which is why I love the computer. So, and then they had They had, you know, they compared it to the PC Junior. Oh yeah, you also had an RF modulator that would enable you to hook it up to a television. So that's it. But what my plan is to take this MacBook, and I have two adapters. The other one went somewhere on the table here. And this is one with HDMI, VGA, and DVI. When I get the cable, this can go into the MacBook, and then it can plug into that HDMI set when I get a cable for it. And then I won't be sitting in the hallway anymore. I don't remember with the alien heads. But at least I can be a little more or less crowded and be cooler, I hope. And this will actually enable me to do some work sitting in a folding chair by my bed when I'm not doing videos. And the third thing, of course, I can also plug in when I get the DVI cable, my Mac Mini, and I eventually intend to get a newer Mac Mini. So that's my goal right now. But for now, this, I will go and get rid of this and then start moving all the stuff on the bed and the paper plastic tray things, and move them all off the wooden thing. The bed's going to be piled up with stuff. God help me. So I can get to that wooden thing, see what's in it, and get rid of it. That thing is about 4 foot high, and it must weigh 100 pounds. So I'll go up and get the cart and take it downstairs and be done with it. All right. So this is Cleaning Progress and Apple Retro Computing. And as soon as I get I'll put the batteries in that remote. My mother broke it, so that little metal connector keeps popping out, and the batteries pop out. So look at that remote. I'll fire the Apple IIc, and you can see what a game looks like. For those who've never seen an Apple IIc with an Apple piece of Apple computer software, and I will do more cleaning progress later in the day as I clear off the table. And every time I put something in the bed, a little girl gets panicked and runs out the door. She comes back and goes to sleep, but she's freaking out. And I feel so sorry for her. She gets so scared. She's always been that way. I love her very much. But she gets frightened if I move around the living room, runs out the door. It took me 10 years to get her to stay in the door and stay in the house. And she's very sweet and very gentle, but she gets frightened at the drop of a pin. I guess being born outside and not having a home, you never get over that. You know what it's like. All right, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great day and stay warm, dry, wet, or cool as the case may be. And stay safe out there, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now.